What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the mercifully merciless Dr. Disaster. And there's a reason that Disney has not released a new Star Wars movie since 2019. The sequel trilogy that they put out was a disjointed mess that made almost nobody happy because they spent too much time trying to turn it into a girl brand.
You probably don't like that Indiana Jones got replaced by a female either, huh? Probably have a problem with Black Spider-Man too.
What if I said yes?
What's funny is that now here we are, years down the road, and this same company that went out of their way to try to appease the woke progressive crowd with their top IPs like Star Wars and Marvel, and now here they are in the wake of suspending Jimmy Kimmel for what he said about Charlie Kirk, and now the company Disney is being boycotted by these very same people that they were once courting. And I'm wondering to myself, wasn't there someone else out there who was pushing for this company to be boycotted because they suck? I swear it was someone I know.
Well, of course I know him. He's me.
So now we've got people like Pedro Pascal, Mark Ruffalo, and all of these other shitlibs signed an open petition demanding from Disney that Jimmy Kimmel be returned to the air. And yes, as I said, Pedro Pascal is one of the major headliners of this list of people, meaning that the star of the Disney movie, whose first trailer was just released today, is in open revolt against the company. And that situation has got me basically going. And yes, folks, the trailer for the movie Mandalorian and Grogu has indeed just dropped, and the timing almost could not be worse for Disney. People on the cultural right have been against this company for years, which helps explain the years of box office flops that they have endured. But now the people on the cultural left are irritated as well, and they have even started a boycott of Disney Plus, making it clear that they are canceling their subscriptions, and the comment section of the trailer is ripping them a new one. Disney decided to play politics, and now they're forced to learn why businesses used to avoid that shit like the plague, and you don't have to guess how they're feeling about this lesson.
I am not amused.
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I've had a lot of people tell me that they have been unwillingly unsubscribed to the channel, so make sure that you check on that. And there's been a lot of talk recently about restricted mode being automatically enabled for a lot of users on YouTube, which would cut you off from a lot of your favorite channels. So don't forget to check into that as well, and turn it off if it's been turned on and you don't want it. But let's take a look at this trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu. It's definitely noteworthy that they are finally releasing the first Star Wars film after the better part of a decade, considering that for a while there, they were putting out a movie every year. In fact, for 5 years straight, they were doing that. The people at Disney and their sycophants don't like to admit it, but the box office flop for Solo: A Star Wars Story was a really unpleasant wake-up call for the company. They can try to blame the failings of that film on Star Wars fatigue all they want, but they damn well know, deep down in their core, that they shattered the fan base with The Last Jedi, to the point that an episodic Star Wars movie, Episode 9 specifically, barely cleared $1 billion right after Solo straight up flopped at the box office. A decade ago, that would have been unthinkable, barely cruising past $1 billion for an episodic Star Wars movie. But they crushed enthusiasm so completely after their treatment of beloved old characters like Luke Skywalker and Han Solo that a bunch of people simply stopped going to their films. Take me as a prime example. When The Force Awakens came out, Anyhow, I was so excited, so hungry for a new Star Wars sequel, that I went to that movie 5 times in theaters. I knew that it was a derivative of A New Hope to the point that you could call it a ripoff, but I figured that it was a palate cleanser after the prequels caused so much consternation among the fans. But then, when The Last Jedi came out, I saw that movie only 1 time in the theater, and I damn near walked out, and I haven't been to a Star Wars movie since. And you've got to think, back then, I was completely politically uninitiated. I wasn't into that sort of thing at all. I was just completely turned off by whatever it was that Rian Johnson and Kathleen Kennedy were trying to do with that movie. Think about how many other super fans like myself, who didn't go to the movies alone, by the way. I always brought people with me, but think about how many people like me who used to see these movies several times in the theaters when they came out, and now they don't go at all. If you traveled back in time to 20 years ago and told the younger version of me that an episode 9 of Star Wars would be released and that I wouldn't have seen it even after half a decade, I would have called you a liar. With all that said, if anything had the opportunity to reunite the fanbase, it was the Mandalorian franchise. Can you imagine if they had made this Mandalorian and Grogu movie after season 2 of The Mandalorian, right after Luke Skywalker's triumphant return and before Gina Carano's unceremonious firing from the series? If the Book of Boba Fett and season 3 of The Mandalorian had not happened before this film, killing much of the goodwill that Grogu and crew had clawed back for the franchise, this movie might have seemed quite interesting. But now it seems like what it is, and in fact what all of Star Wars is these days: a hollow cash grab by a soulless corporation which cares more about the message and selling some Grogu plushies than actually telling a coherent and gripping story. But what do I know? I'm just a former superfan who now only relishes in the schadenfreude I feel whenever they release something new and it fails miserably. With that said, let's look at the comment section of this trailer because they got crushed in it. As of the time of this recording, the trailer has going on 700,000 views in 4 hours, and the ratio is still good, though I suspect the dislikes will come pouring in after a few more hours. That's usually how this sort of thing goes. I doubt that it will end up getting ratioed, but who knows? Anyhow, grab yourself some popcorn and listen to these comments. This person wrote, "Disney execs, everyone stop talking about Jimmy Kimmel. Look at the shiny new Star Wars movie. Canceling Disney Plus? This is the way." This just looks like one episode of the show. And that was the impression that I got from watching this trailer as well. I don't see what sets it apart from the other content that we've already seen, other than them just saying that this is going to be on the big screen. But anyways, then this guy here wrote, "If only Disney could be as brave as their characters. I don't have Disney Plus anymore. This is the way." Grogu is certainly doing a variety of things in this movie, and that is definitely something that you can spot from a mile away. They really want to cash in on that hype machine that they had going for them back during the first couple of Mandalorian seasons, where they sold a shit ton of Grogu merchandise. They are clearly angling for the return of those glory days, but it's a lot less cute when you see that they are unwilling to advance the story and allow Grogu to grow as a character because they're trying to soak the audience for as much of that sweet, sweet merch money that they can get. Anyhow, then this person here commented, "I'll be sure to watch this via non-Disney means. Disney saw everyone canceling subscriptions and decided to drop a trailer. I can't wait till Pedro Pascal goes on Jimmy Kimmel to promote this movie. Oh wait. Disney is apparently unfamiliar with the phrase, timing is everything. And oh Disney, you get what you effing deserve, don't you? These are your people, the ones that you made Star Wars for. You know, the ones who couldn't sustain shows like The Acolyte or The Skeleton Crew on their own because you alienated the cultural right a long time ago. And now, these other people on the other side of the aisle that you catered to for all these years, they have turned on you. And the people who were already hating on Disney for all these years, we aren't even showing up for trailers like this anymore. We are completely checked out because Disney has made it clear that they will not listen to us. That leaves comparatively few people remaining to actually support this movie. And certainly there are some positive comments here and there on this trailer, but it's astonishing to see very little buzz for a Star Wars movie like this. But this is where we are. This is the conundrum that Disney set for themselves by jumping headfirst into politics. Too bad nobody was there to tell them. It's a trap! But oh wait, there were plenty of us telling them not to do that shit. But anyhow, I'm gonna leave it there. Drop your mockery of Disney and Star Wars into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.